Now, today in 1953, in honor of their longtime owner and manager, the A's renamed their Philadelphia ballpark from Shibe Park to Connie Mack Stadium. During his 50-year tenure as athletic skipper, the tall tactician guided the team to 9 American League pennants and appeared in 8 World Series, winning 5 of those Fall Classic. Most wins, losses, and games managed in Major League history. And maybe you guys knew this. I did not. Connie Mack is short for Cornelius McGillicuddy.
That's right.
I did not know that.
I did know that, but I want to see Bruce Bochy in one of those suits and hats managing a game.
No chance of getting the hat to fit.
But Cornelius McGillicuddy doesn't exactly roll off the tongue. Another interesting point here is that 20 years ago, only one big league ballpark had a sponsored name outside the ballpark. Now, only 9 unsponsored ballparks still remain. So that's why in this little segment that we're doing here, where we rename the ballpark, we might more so rename the field, since we can't take money out of the pockets of the owners. But, Ron, you're up first. Where are we going?
Well, the guys I picked have something definitely in common. I'm going to start with Tony Gwynn, also known as Mr. Padre. It's hard for me to pick him because he hit 500 off me, lifetime. But no, Tony, the late Tony, was one of the great people of all time. His position and place in San Diego sports will be known forever. Just the toughest guy to face, always had a smile on his face. I love guys that look like they're having fun playing the game, and Tony was like that.
Always smiling, for sure. Tom, what you got?
Great choice there. I'm going Willie Mays. I mean, they already have the statue there at AT&T Park. Got that. Now put the name on it. I mean, listen, greatest player in Giants history. It's just literally one of a kind. I mean, to me, he played baseball like a jazz impresario, where he just kind of not invented things, but had a style all of his own. Just one of the most entertaining players, and that'd be a great honor for Willie Mays.
And a 24-time All-Star when there were not 84 guys named to the All-Star team. So that's certainly an honor. Ron, who else?
Well, I used the nickname Mr. Padre for Tony Gwynn. Stan Musial is my next choice. And the reason I chose Stan is because, for me, he's been described sometimes as the perfect ball player, because that's how he was. He lived his life well. He played only for the Cardinals. He fought for his country, for the Navy in the war. Did just about everything you could do as a ball player, including 3 MVPs. So Stan Musial would be a good choice in St. Louis.
Also a 24-time All-Star. Next up for you, Tom.
This is really easy for me. Jackie Robinson, the most impactful player in baseball history. You know, with Bud Selig retired from the commissioner's role, I really think one of the greatest things he did was retire Jackie's number 42 across all 30 franchises. And again, I don't think anybody had a bigger impact on the game, on society, than Jackie Robinson. No better honor. Name the park at Dodger Stadium after him.
I'm with you. That number 42 tribute, awesome. Next up for you.
I'm going to go away from the players. I'm going to go to Bob Uecker. I think that
he was a player, kind of, sort of.
That's the ultimate. That's like a Eucherism, right? That I wouldn't consider him a player. Well, the great thing about Ueck is not only is he a voice of the Milwaukee Brewers, but he had many choices to leave that team. Everyone wanted him. He did everything he could in entertainment. I love being around him. He's got a couple of statues there, including one in the top row or the front row.
That's right. That's right.
He's a great guy, and he'd be a great choice for Milwaukee.
Everybody loved Mr. Belvedere. Who do you got?
How about Babe Ruth? The house that Ruth built? It's got a little bit of a ring to it.
Yeah.
No, listen, I mean, I think the greatest player of all time. We all know the impact he had on the game. Literally changed the game with the way he swung the bat, introducing the home run. And really, that uppercut swing really changed the game, literally. So, to me, and let's not forget, how about this stat? More career complete games than Randy Johnson, who's going to the Hall of Fame this year. Pretty good.
That's amazing. If you don't think of Uecker as a player, you don't think of Babe Ruth as a pitcher either, I guess.
Exactly.
Who's next?
One of the guys that people don't think about is Al Kaline. And the reason I think of Al is that I'm lucky enough when I get to do the Tiger games, you see Al there. He's at every single game. He's still impassioned about watching his Tigers. Hit 340 as a 20-year-old. He was known in the clubhouse as just 6. No one would call him Al or K or anything. They would just call him 6. So you got Mr. Padre, you have 6, you have Stan the Man, who's the perfect ball player, and, of course, Mr. Baseball, Bob Uecker.
One last honor to bestow.
Yeah, common theme here is really great humanitarians, not just great ball players, the ultimate, Roberto Clemente. You know, Pittsburgh did a great thing at PNC Park with that 21-foot-high wall in right field. I think that was just an awesome tribute to Roberto. But, yeah, you talk about impacting the game, and not just to the Latinos and Latin Americans look at him as their guy. but I think anybody who's played this game of baseball, he's the role model of how to play the game
Yeah.
and then off the field represent the game.